Hey Kim, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
Hey, great. So I heard a lot of amazing things about you, and are you in
Thank
Israel
you.
right now?
No, right now I'm in LA actually. I'm gonna be
Wow,
back to Israel in a week. Breaks my
nice,
heart.
nice. Yeah, Israel is gorgeous. I did a press trip to Israel about 8 years ago, so I got to travel the whole country. I didn't know how beautiful it was. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Israel is so small but yet so beautiful, and we have so many things to offer that I don't know how, like when someone tells me he hasn't been to Israel yet, I'm like, what? You have to come.
Right, it's mind blowing. So tell me about like how did you get started in the modeling industry? Because you're everywhere. But I wanted to know, how did you get started? How'd you break into the industry?
Actually not like in the modeling act industry. I'm more of like an acting and influencing. When I was 13, no, when I was 10, there was like this kind of like reality show in one of our like most watched TV cables. I think you call it cables here. And then like all of a sudden I opened, wait, what?
Bless you.
Sorry. Thank you. And then I was in like a reality show when I was little, something like, for kids. And then I opened my own Instagram page, and then things just started to happen. No one knew in Israel what influencer is and what Instagram is. And I just like started uploading pictures and really getting into the fashion industry, which was like really cool. And I kind of like discovered the influencers world to Israel, which was really cool. And I started doing a lot of auditions. And then when I was 13, I got my first role, which was incredible. And ever since that, I'm like in the industry, and it's a dream come true.
Nice, because I noticed you did some things with Calvin Klein, and then you did some
Yeah,
other
right
things.
now, I'm the main ambassador for Calvin Klein in Israel, and for Adidas and Stella McCartney, and for CeraVe, and a lot of other cool brands. I'm really working hard in Israel, and right now my biggest dream is just like to do the exact same thing I'm doing in Israel, just like in LA and the world itself.
So what exactly does a global or a brand ambassador? I guess what are their duties, or what does it entail to be an ambassador for Calvin Klein and Stella McCartney?
I think first of all, it's just like wearing them all the time, of course, and communicating their values and their like essence, and just like promoting them, just being part of the family and wearing it all the time and posting it on Instagram and just showing them off in a good, like in my way. And as long as we have the same values to each other, then we match, and it's kind of like family today. So yeah, pretty much it.
And so right now you're in a new show, right? You're in a show called the what is it, Beauty Queen of Jerusalem?
Yeah, Beauty Queen of Jerusalem is an Israeli production that was sold to Netflix not long ago. And first season is on in Netflix already. Second season is gonna be on, I think, in like 2 or 3 months. Um it's already on air in Israel, but Netflix is gonna be in 2 months, and I'm taking part in the second season. It's a seasonal period timepiece. It's like a timepiece that talks about the years before um Israel was, I don't know how you say it. Wait. The time before Israel, okay? Like when the British ruled the country, and we had like a huge mix of cultures. Like there were Arabs everywhere, and British and Jews, and before it became Israel and we had our own country, and Spanish all over. And it's really cool because you get to see a lot of like time periods during the like it hops like from one time to another. And the second season is where I'm taking part. I'm playing Amalia, which is an incredible character, falling in love with a bastard, and then like we can get married, and love just takes it over, and we want to find a solution. And during the season it gets fun.
Nice. And then also I noticed that you're gonna be on Dancing with the Stars possibly coming up.
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing Dancing with the Stars in Israel, and I'm so thrilled. Actually, you just caught me. I'm just like, I just finished a ballet dance class with Ido Tadmor, which is everything in life probably. And I'll be right back next week to Israel to start rehearsing, which is insane because like I've been dancing my whole life and I stopped for a while because of my career because you can't mix them both. And just doing Dancing with the Stars is very challenging to me, and I'm very, very, very excited.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a great feat to have.
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars. Wow. So with the dance, so when does that start? Actually, when does that start? When does that season start?
Dancing with the Stars, we start rehearsing next week, probably. Like, not this Sunday, the one after. And then we're gonna be rehearsing for like a month or two almost, and then we just start like recording and then live shows, and then it's gonna be just like 6 months of madness and crazy all over and just dancing, dancing, dancing and sweating my pants off.
Wow. So what was your first introduction to dance? Did you take ballet classes as a child or a kid, adolescent?
Yeah, as a child, during like school, preschool, high school, I used to be in dance class. That was my profession in high school, and I took classes like from all kinds of dance, like modern, hip hop, which was my favorite, or modern maybe, also ballet. I tried it all, but the fact is I never tried cha-cha or salsa like Sloane's, and this is what like Dancing with the Stars is about. So I kind of like have the base for it, and the past with dancing, but nothing to do with Salone. So it's still gonna be a big challenge, but I can do it.
No. Yeah, you got it. You got this. So wow. So what are your friends are saying? What are some of your friends and your family are saying about the show, about you going on the show?
Everyone
They
is
excited?
just so excited. I think it's like my mom's dream come true because she was a dancer too when she was little, and just seeing me dancing in front of my whole country is always exciting, especially for her. I think I'm really into the stress part right now. I can't just like enjoy it so much, just because I'm so stressed. But my friends, everyone is just excited. It's very big for me. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and now it's just like coming true, and I'm very grateful for that.
Nice. And so now you're in LA right now. What are you working on in LA? Are you working on any projects? Are you got new agents over there?
Yeah, I'm auditioning a lot, and I'm looking for agencies. It's my first time here coming for work and not just like for fun. So I'm just like networking a lot, going to like a lot of cool places, meeting people, looking for agencies, auditioning all day, which is amazing. Just like trying to crash the city.
And how's it
Yeah.
working so far?
In Israel, you say tfu khamsa for not having bad luck. Just say tfu khamsa. Everything is perfect by now, and I hope I'll have something very new and exciting to say very soon.
Or you will. Oh, and before I also ask you one quick question too. How long have you been acting for and what's your process?
I've been acting for like my whole life. I'm 20, and acting is like 8 years. So I think it's just like my whole life, basically. In Israel, I've done already like somewhere about like 12 or 13 TV series and films I've done, and theater. Like I'm working a lot in Israel, and just like my biggest wish is to do it as well in LA and Hollywood and all of the states.
Nice. And what do you prefer? Do you prefer theater or television or film?
I think because it like in Israel it's kind of mixed. It's either theater or like film and television. It's like the same department. So I think everything that involves the camera I prefer. Because I feel like you can get more in touch and you can just like tell a deeper story through camera and not on stage. But who knows? Maybe one day theater will be also a big love story for me. But right now I'm into like camera wise, film or TV, same.
And what's your ideal role that you would want? A series regular or a juicy part in the film?
What was? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Or a juicy part in the film, like a good movie part.
I think a good movie, just because like movies here are like everything, and you have like big budgets, and you can do, like, I can dream of the wildest thing ever, and it can really happen here. Like, people can really make my dream come true. Like, there's Lion King, not in in like real life. It's insane. Where are we, guys? So I think film, just because you have like more time and more space to create, and more space for imagination.
And then who would be some of your I guess hopefuls to work with?
I think Meryl Streep, she's like
Oh,
everything. Yeah, I love her since I was little, and if one day I'll work with her, it will really be a dream come true.
which one of your favorite roles on Meryl Streep that you like and enjoy?
The classic one, The Devil Wears Prada. Because I'm like also really into fashion, and then just like combining the both of it together, she's like everything.
Yeah, there's an older film that she did called The Dingo Has My Baby, I think. That was a real good film. You should check that out.
Yeah,
I
I
was
will.
like, what? That was scary. But so that's awesome. So where do you
Yeah.
so now you're gonna you got out of your class and now you're looking for an agent. Um so what else is there anything else that you're working on besides focusing on getting representation?
What? Sorry, I don't know why I
Uh,
can't hear
is
you
there
so well.
is there anything else that you're working on right now besides acquiring representation?
Of course, I'm auditioning like all day long, just like for a lot of new projects. And I don't want to say anything because like I don't know if it's true or not. So I'm like, I'll keep it for myself right now. And when there's gonna be something to tell, I'll tell. I just don't want like
Right,
any
right,
bad
right.
luck.
Right, no jinxing. Well, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And then I know
Yeah, I think
I know you're doing something. Oh, you're doing something for the I guess for the Holy Cause, right? Were you working on a project with that?
of
Um,
like Holocaust is just like something that is very close to me because my great grandmother, who just passed away, was in the Holocaust, and I'm a fourth generation to that story. So I feel like every time I get the chance to talk about it, I'm just like willing to, and I just want to tell it out loud to everyone, just to not forget what happened there, and to people to know that, because I feel like here in the States, some people know and some people don't even know that there was a Holocaust, and maybe don't believe in that. And like I had a great grandmother that used to tell me stories about it every Friday night, every Saturday morning, coming to her, seeing her crying every time, even though she was like 97. She remembered every piece and part of what happened there. So every time it breaks my heart, but I feel like it's my duty to tell her story to the world.
what were some of the more memorable stories she's told you? She shared with you?
I think the part when she ran away from the ghetto she was in, and one person catched her, which was like Nazi, but under the disguise of like a Jew person. And the other woman just yelled at her and told her like to run away. She was like, Sonia, her name was Sonia. Sonia, run now. And she ran, and he shot her, and he just missed her like right by her face. And she just like ran, and he didn't catch her. And there she is today. So I feel
Wow.
like she could, like, I might not have been here if it wasn't for her, and what, like, how she been through this whole nightmare. So
Yeah. Did she ever have a journal or any diaries?
no, everything the Nazis took from her. I remember one time asking her, just like we had a nice chit chat, not even about the Holocaust. And I was like, "Oh, Grandma, can you show me like a picture of you when you were a kid?" And she was like, "No, Kim, the Nazis took everything. I have nothing left. Like only since I'm 18, which was after the Holocaust." Um, So no journals. She has one picture of her and her like ghetto friends. I don't know, it sounds weird. But that's it.
Man, wow, that's awesome. Your grandmother shared all those stories with
Yeah,
you. Um,
it's
what do you
everything.
hope? Yeah, I know, right? It's very personal. That's awesome. Did she share these stories with 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 any other you have siblings, right? You have
I
sisters and
have
brothers?
one older sister and two younger siblings and brothers. Yeah, my grandmother shared the story all the time. I think by time to time she shared more of it. It was also depends on the day and how she felt. But every time I asked for her to tell the story, like one time we had a big cover magazine with her just to tell the story because it was Holocaust Day. um and she was very thrilled to say it out loud, just because she wanted to make sure that everyone knows what she has been through, what us as Jews been through to get to where we are today, and to not suffer anymore. And because she was one of the last ones, she's one of the last ones to stay alive, not anymore. But she just wants everyone to know what happened there, and to now remember that and cherish every moment that we're alive. She always used to talk to me about like living life to the fullest, and we can never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So think that's why she was like, even if she didn't want to say it out loud and didn't want to tell anything that day, she would do her best just for that reason.
So is there anything you wanted to touch on that we haven't touched on that you want to talk about? Like any other community service, any other big plans when you go back home that you're doing or
No, just like Dancing with the Stars is amazing, and Beauty Queen of Jerusalem is like everything. And I hope to move to LA very soon. And our next interview is gonna be like my next job here already, and my next role. That's it basically.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, Kim.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah, you have a great look, and I'm gonna check out more of your acting stuff because you definitely have a lot of energy. I'm like, wow. So I'm so excited to have met you, and I can't wait to
Yeah,
check
me
you
too.
out on Dance with the Stars.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Finger crossing. I want to win.
Me too. All
Thank
right.
you.
So you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, bye.